out, so, but we do this is the bill contract, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, so this is the bill contract, and then when it's the same thing when they come inside as far as for the exterior design.
Yes.
The bill contract is like the customer agreement, so the first thing that they usually sign is like a work authorization form. And a work authorization form just allows us to be the contractor that can speak on the customer's behalf. And it also protects us as the contractor that once we get them approved, if it's through insurance, then we can be the ones to do the work. Because sometimes what will happen is out of the authorization form, say we do the work with insurance, we get them approved.
And they go on a roof contract?
Correct. It's like, oh, let me shop it off for the lowest price now.
You know, what happens if that happens?
That's why you have to have a work authorization form.
I'm saying, if you have a road authorization,
Yeah.
you know, as a roof company,
Then-
what do you do then?
Then we have
If
con-
they're still,
Yeah, they have a contract that says that they would owe us 20%
Okay.
of the scope that they got approved for.
Mhm.
So basically, we'll be able to take the work.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have several customers like that, and we're actually able to
So,
send them with money and they just pay.
mhm.
So it's like, hey, so
Yeah.
we still got paid for our
That form
services.
is important.
So now, that's what the work authorization for. Now, once they actually get approved, they have to sign the bill contract. And this is what actually locks them in as far as what, colors they're doing, what materials they're getting. This is what the actual, what's law.
Mhm.
The work authorization is just like the beginning. Okay? Alright, so the bill contract, first thing first is, we get one more. This is me for all of us to go. And really, we put you in, get you ready for the leadership mindset. Okay, so first thing first, bill contract. You wanna, usually what's good is if we have these pre-filled in. So usually with the telesales, you can fill it in online, like on the computer, through Job Nimbus. We're going to show you how to do that. That's our CRM. CRM is our customer relationship management system. So we want to pre-fill it in. So if they're coming into here too, pre-fill it in so that way when they're here, you know, that part's done already. We know their name. We should know their address. We should have their phone number, email, right? Now, as far as for the address, and we just want to always confirm that's correct, right? So yeah, I just want to confirm the address is correct. That way, you don't put the materials in the wrong address. You get me? Because there is as simple as putting 365 North Parkway and putting 365 South Parkway. Big difference. You get me? And that can cause the materials to be dropped off at a different location, or the crew to shut off a different route. It can cause a whole bunch of different problems. Imagine a roof getting torn off because you just put the address wrong. You get me? Well, all these things happen before, and these are like thousands of dollars in problems. One, we want to make sure that. Cool. Next thing, as far as for policy information, it says insurance company, policy, mortgage company, claim number, date of loss, cause of loss. You don't have to necessarily fill this part in, because sometimes it's retail jobs. You get me? So if it's a retail job, it doesn't matter about the insurance. You get me? If we do have any insurance, it is an insurance job, you can put the insurance company there, just so we have it there, and we can put the claim number. So that way we know what job it's referenced to. Okay? We don't necessarily have to put the cause of loss or date of loss. Right underneath where it says roof options, have asphalt, slate, tile, metal, or other. We put which one that is appropriate for it. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be asphalt, unless stated otherwise. So asphalt is this right here. It's like a little granular, the asphalt. Now for the asphalt roof upgrade, it says 3-tab standard and architectural premium. The main thing that you want to do first is you want to look at their roof via the inspection pictures. If you don't have inspection pictures and it's on a roof is just going to show the aerial shot and like the orange image like highlighted. So you want to be able to go on Google Images, pull up the picture, go on Zillow, and look if it's a 3-tab or if it's an architectural. If it is a 3-tab shingle, then now we know as far as for sales, we're in a position where we can potentially upgrade the customer. So with the bill contract, the first thing I want you guys to put real quick is free upgrades. Free upgrades. Hidden commission. Free upgrades, hidden commission. That's a real problem. Hopefully that's me. So there's a lot of free upgrades that we offer that can be hidden commission as well. Okay? So what I mean with that is people have 3-tab shingles, and if it's going through insurance, then insurance, what they do is they make you whole again, right? So, you're a car guy, right? So, if you get if you have an S-Class Benz, right? And it gets totaled by insurance, are they gonna give you an S63?
Better not.
They're just gonna give you the standard, right? Are they gonna give you the AMG version, or are they gonna give you just what you had, the regular version?
If it's totaled out, yeah, they'll definitely just give you no more, and it better not be any less.
Okay, so better not be less.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna upgrade you for
No.
right?
No.
So they usually,
No.
exactly. So if you want to get that upgrade after, you probably have to pay the difference, the additional cost, right? Okay, so with us at the Roof Gallery, we don't install 3-tab shingles. Again, we only install architectural shingles. At that, we install class 3 architectural shingles, not even the builder grade architectural shingles, right? So just in the aspect of being from a 3-tab and us moving them to architectural, that's a free upgrade right there. Got that, Captain?
Yep.
Now, we know we're giving it for free, right? But do we actually have to sell it for free, or is that a potential hidden commission? So we can go over with the customer now and use that as leverage. You get me? So, hey, as far as for what the insurance company will give you, they give you exactly what you have. Right now, you have the 3-tab roof. 3-tab roofs are, remember what we did yesterday as far as the product knowledge, they go from 20 to 25 years as far as for warranties. Big deal.
Okay.
I want everybody here, yes, so that way when we're talking to the people, the more of the trusted advisors we are, the better it's gonna be. Because at the end of the day, people can find all the information on ChatGPT now, you know, but it's for us to be able to direct them to know what to look for, to know what to type in. That's what's gonna make us, you know, the ones that have the level up. So as far as for the 3-tab shingles, they go to 60 miles per hour wind. That's when they start failing after 60 miles per hour. In Georgia, do we have 60 miles per hour winds? We do. No, we really do all the time. If you look on, like, just say, there's like the storm reports, like storm websites or interactive hail maps, there's 60 mile per hour winds like once a month, at least. Now, as far as architectural shingles, they go from 120 to 130 miles per hour, as far as for wind, what they can withstand. Do we usually have that in Georgia?
No.
Mario, do you usually have that? Nah, right? Mario from Georgia. Where are you on board? That's it? Okay, Philly? Okay, Philly. Meek. I saw Papa Willie like. Nah, but as far as for architectural shingles, so they're supposed to be able to be more durable in the Georgia state because we don't usually have that kind of weather, so it's good to withstand. So if we're able to articulate to that homeowner, but look, right now you got 60-mile-per-hour wind, so we just did this insurance claim, you have to pay your deductible. If you don't want to have to worry about this again, unless you get the job right the first time, we can just upgrade you to architectural shingles for an additional $500. With the architectural shingles, the difference is now you're getting an additional, as far as for the warranties with architectural shingles, it's 30 to 50 years on average. It's from like any company. And then with us, with the IPO shingles, it's a lifetime warranty. So you know the good question to ask a homeowner? When you're saying, okay, so you have a 3-tab shingle, like, you know, I have a question for you. How much you think it's worth for, because right now with the 3-tab is a 20-year warranty. How much do you think it's worth for a 30-year warranty or a lifetime warranty? How much extra would you pay for that? You get that extra coverage. How much is it worth it to you? Do you care about that? If they don't? No, unless you know what kind of person, so if they don't care about it, now, again, it's a free upgrade. So they're giving you a thing, so now it's not something necessarily to
And you tell us what we upgraded after we ask the question, what we think that's worth, that's that peace of mind. We ask them, and we tell them that it's correct after we ask them.
yeah, so basically what we're doing is, I just made a little thing, we make a little chart, so, imagine this is like a gun, right? We got a bunch of bullets, right? Yeah. What you wanna do is, we have a bunch of bullets in our gun, so when we're asking people questions is because what we need to be is, we need to be active listeners, because we're not really doing sales, we're being solution providers, okay? So, as far as for the roof gallery sales, it's really solving problems. So, what is homeowners' most common problem or common needs when they say that they want a roof? What are they looking for when they say they want a roof? What do they start doing?
Longevity.
Longevity, you say, okay.
Price.
Price, okay, yeah. You said protection? Protection, okay.
Quality products.
Quality? Okay. Quality. Okay. Anything else? Usually they say warranty.
Oh,
They say a lot.
yeah,
Warranty.
that falls on longevity.
Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So that's the longevity right there. Okay, cool. Right? So that's the most common things that people say, right? So, with that being said, we're supposed to be solution providers, right? So we should already know what their thought process is, right? So we basically have to be able to, like, sort of like 8 Mile, be able to answer all these things before they're able to even bring it up, right? To solve this problem before it becomes an issue and they're like, well, I don't want to do this because I don't know if it's going to have longevity. Or I don't want to do this because I don't think that's the best price. You get me? You want to be able to add the value so by the time you get to the price there, it feels like it's justified. They understand. They understand the difference. You get me? When you go into Louis Vuitton, you know, why is it this much? Oh my gosh, no. And just, you like, go there, you get your experience, you leave and you're happy that you bought it. You need happy you paid 10 times more than the amount. This is what it's called. Right? Alright, so the first thing first is people talk about price. Right? But then in the same breath they talk about warranties, quality, longevity. So with 3-tab shingles, their warranties is 20 to 25 years. Architectural is 30 to 50 years. Or with ours, lifetime warranty. So, one, we're tackling this part right here. As far as for customers, we're tackling the warranty section that we're saying, okay, we can offer, if their thing, one of theirs is, I need to make sure that I have longevity in it, that it's a warranty. Okay, perfect, so your thing is longevity. So what if I can tell you that I can actually have a better shingle for you than what the insurance company is giving you to get it? So instead of 20 years, it can probably be 30 to 50 years. And we even have one that's actually a lifetime warranty. Would you want to know those options as well? You get me? Yeah, I'm interested. Oh, cool. And actually, these actually look a little better. These are architectural shingles. So this is probably what all your neighbors have. So these are, and now we start showing them the colors, things like that. And that's how we get them more emotionally involved in it. So they're making decisions off emotions as well. So when you go to the store, they start walking around and then they start making you look at the clothes. They go try it on. Why do they want you to try it on? Once you try it on, you start rocking, and you start feeling different. All of a sudden, you're like, I gotta take this home with me. Right? Why do you think at the dealership they make you go test drive it? Why do you think they make you test drive it? Because as soon as you sit in that car and you drive, you're like, oh man, I gotta take this home. Then that's when you get there. Can you put a little bit more money down? Because now you're making an emotional decision. You feel like you're in it already now. You get me? So with sales, that's what you want them to have as well. You want them to make a rational and an emotional decision too. So that's when we start showing them the colors, things like that. Show them how architectural shingles can be more aesthetically pleasing. So 30 to 50 years with architectural shingles. Warranty. So that's one bullet that we have. Alright. Another thing with architectural shingles or being a free upgrade. What's another way? And it depends on the size of the job. So you know how you said $500? That really depends on you. You get me? And any kind of commission that's upgraded, that means you're increasing your pay. If you added that on there. You get me? So you get part of the commission. So at the end of the day, with architecture, they say it's a 50 square house. You go, yeah, so for architectural shingles, it's usually an additional $10 a square. So at 50 squares, that would be $1,000 at that point, you know? But we can make it make sense, you know? And including another free upgrade. Let me just add this, another free upgrade. Ridge fence. Do we know what box vents are? Or turtle vents? Do you know what those are or no? Nope. Alright, so this is an example of a box vent or a turtle vent. See those roofs? Yeah, restaurants have those there too, yeah, in kitchens. So those are usually on the back of homes, right? And that is like the more of the old school way of roof ventilation, right? They call it roof works now. That's what they call it, roof works. Now, as far as with the reason why it's more old school is because heat rises right to the very top. So the very top of the roof is at the very point, which is at the ridge. So it makes more sense for it to be at the ridge as opposed to it being on the side of the roof, because then hot air still can get trapped in that top, at that top corner, you know, of the roof at the ridge. So ridge vents is a free upgrade that we do, where we take the decking. That's why we usually give them 3 sheets of decking for free. What we're doing is we're taking off the box vents. We're replacing and putting new decking on. So we're closing it, we're sealing it in, and we're cutting a hole in the ridge. in order for hot air to now come out. So now we're giving them a outtake system as far as for the hot air to come out. Okay? So with that, we're giving them a 2025 roof. And it's usually with our COVID ventilation system as well.
Modernizing.
I want y'all to write that down too. You want to say these things, certain things specific, so that way, again, you sound like the trusted advisor. You get me? And some things you never know what's important to people, especially like older people, you know, the ones that, you know, that wear the mask.